welcome back, everybody. This is Keeping It Real, live from Atlanta, Georgia. We're a little bit late starting this evening. We had a little technical difficulty here and there, but I think we got it all worked out. My show tonight is going to be very interesting with two lovely ladies who have really bonded off camera here, and they were getting along famously, and I think you're going to really enjoy the interviews. I'm going to get right to it. My first guest this evening is Miss P.K. Bevel. Welcome, P.K.
Well, thank you, Dennis.
And she is in charge of an organization called Second Wind Dreams. And you may have seen me speak about the Second Wind book in the past, and I had one of the authors on, Neil Schulman. P.K. is another author of the same book, and she also has this foundation called Second Wind Dreams. P.K., if you can tell our viewers a little bit about what Second Wind Dreams is all about.
Sure. We make dreams come true for people living in long-term care. I know it sounds weird, but people, even though they may be aged and living in long-term care, haven't quit dreaming. We've kind of, as a society, taught them to quit dreaming because we tell them that they're useless and they're too old for that and they don't really need to go places and do things. After all, they are old and living in a nursing home. But we don't believe that. So we dispel all of those thoughts, those negative thoughts, and we try to create positives. The great thing about it is that the dreams are everything from the simple to the sublime, and it's really the simple ones that grab at your heartstrings, like an elderly woman who just wanted to go swing on the swings again. She remembered that from her childhood, and just finding a place for her to do that was all it took. And then it gets a little more complicated with wanting to have a family reunion where 30 people are flown in, and we have a big chicken dinner, and everybody kicks back and plays banjo and guitar, and you know, just really have a good time.
How long have you been involved with this organization?
I founded it in 1997,
wow.
And we have made over 10,000 dreams come true in that period of time. Last year we averaged 5 dreams a day, somewhere every day, so it's taken on a great movement of its own to try to change the perception of aging.
And it's not only in the U.S., it's also in other countries, is that right?
Right. We have the Dreams program happening in Canada and England and Israel and some other countries as well. But we also have a sensitivity program to help sensitize people to dementia, and that's in 17 countries. And that funds a lot of the dreams as well as your donations, and keeps the dream alive.
Well, you mentioned earlier a phenomenal number of people that have been to your website. What number was that?
To our website.
Where you get hits on your website?
Oh, no. Last year we had 314 million media hits to our company. Yeah. Well, I think everybody wants to look at the positives of aging, and I think everybody wants to know that as they get older, you don't have to quit dreaming.
There's
and you
another
don't
life
have to,
out there.
Right.
I'm a living example.
Yeah, you are old.
I am old. She can tell because she's real close to me, you know. You can see the age lines and the spots starting to appear.
Hey, they're not age lines and spots.
But, you know, when I think about the alternative, I'm glad I can fog up the mirror in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I love everything about your organization. I read the book Second Wind, and it was a fabulous book. We're trying to get that made into a play. It's already been made into a short movie, and we're taking the next step, hopefully, in the near future to get it on stage. I think it'll be a wonderful thing because I've never really seen a stage play that focused on seniors.
No,
and
I haven't.
They're funny people. I mean, I'm a senior. I'm a funny guy.
Well, anytime you go into a building where it's all seniors living in there, and the first person to greet you tells you that you are going to need to visit on aisle 3, and you realize that person always worked at Walmart, and everything was at a different aisle, you know right away these are your people. There's nothing dull about being around elders, and the exciting part of every day with them is that they would love to have anybody come visit about anything. Doesn't matter. You know, we get to holidays like Father's Day. You know who's going to get forgotten on Sunday? It's going to be the elders living in long-term care whose family can't come visit. And we could all go do that. It won't take 15, 20 minutes of our time to go acknowledge an elderly person in there.
I do a lot of magic and comedy shows at primarily senior facilities.
Yes, it's excellent.
And I noticed that a lot of them are having pets now, dogs, cats, not an overwhelming amount, but they may have one or two, and they've been adopted by the entire community pretty much.
Yeah.
But I think that's great therapy.
And that's a dream that we get a
Oh,
whole
really?
lot. Yeah, a dream to see their pets again or have a pet in the elder care community. And, even people who are suffering from dementia, they long for the love of their pet. And there are rendering companies that help us fabricate a pet that looks like the one they used to have, or a stuffed animal. And people with this disease embrace them and take care of them and just love every minute of it. So pets are a huge part of people's personalities.
They're therapeutic, just like laughter is therapeutic.
Yes, it is.
I was a guest last night on a show here on Dawn Causey's show, and that was a topic of her show, laughter as a healing commodity, I guess you'd call it.
Blood pressure goes down,
absolutely.
heart rate gets stable.
Yeah. I really look forward to visiting your facility and seeing it in action and seeing it working and bringing these people their dreams. I think it's a fabulous thing. There's not enough of it in this country. Other societies, they treat their seniors, I would say, better. Japan is a perfect example. Older people are considered gifted for their wisdom and their knowledge. And I think that there's a lot, in fact, I know there's a lot to be learned from the older community. It's living history, really.
In fact, in Japan, do you know that you can be arrested for not caring for your aging parent?
I didn't know that.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Now, sadly, because of the aging population throughout the world, more and more countries are adopting the same types of senior housing as we have in the United States, which kind of separates the family a bit.
Right.
But the more families can get involved, even if their loved one is in long-term care, the better everybody adjusts.
Oh, absolutely. In the book Second Wind, there's a lot of comedy in the book, but it's true to life comedy. It's based on real experiences.
Yeah,
so.
These are people that I treated over the years. Yeah.
I encourage everybody to get a copy of the book. We're going to cue up here in just a moment a short video that was shown on national television, I think it was.
Right, NBC.
Kind of give us a little briefing on what the video is going to show.
Sure. This is a gentleman who, when you see the video, it's going to occur to you that this guy is a special gentleman. But when I went into the elder care community to discover some dreams, this gentleman, Ernie, stayed in the hall constantly and yelled, "Put me to bed, put me to bed, put me to bed." And once we started talking to him, he started talking about playing the piano. And this is an example of what we call a sleeping dreamer, someone who wakes up in the middle of a dream. So that's it.
Well, we got that ready to roll. We'll be back shortly.
It is Mr. Ernie Farrow. Ernie! That's right.
I'm Ernie Farrow. I was born in 1920, and they say I'm 85 years old. Being a diplomatic courier was my favorite job in life. I took top secret documents from one embassy to another. While working as a diplomatic courier, I played jazz music throughout the world. I would love to get back on the stage and play jazz again.
We knew just the place to have Ernie live out his old jazz days.
When I came into the club, I tried not to show it, but I felt nervous because it had been a long time since I'd played the piano. But after the crowd started cheering me on, then it really brought me to life. Get me up on that stage and let me knock 'em dead. Yeah!
Dad definitely is a born performer. To see him on the stage in front of all these people, we couldn't be more thrilled.
I had the most most fun I'd had in a long time because I had not touched the piano for several years. And when I played as well as I did and the crowd accepted me, years melted away.
Wow, that's the first time I've seen that full clip, and I'll tell you what, I hope I've got that much energy when I'm 85.
Isn't that the truth?
You
and
know.
to move from sitting in the
Yeah.
hall saying, put me to bed, put me to bed, put me to bed, to something like that tells you the power of the dream.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it just shows you that we shouldn't be overlooking those folks because they
gosh.
all have great stories, great life stories, great life experiences. They're historical. I've always believed that. They've lived through history that I am a buff of. I love history.
Yeah. They're our legacy.
Yeah, they really
built
are.
the roads,
They
they
really
built
are.
the schools, they did everything for us.
Yep.
And now it's time for us to embrace the fact that we need to do things for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's almost a role reversal for some family members where they feel like they have to jump in and parent their parent, and that is so wrong. The elder is still parenting. They're
Right.
still parenting,
Right.
and we have to embrace that and make their lives a little bit better.
Absolutely. Now, where was that? You said that video was on a national television show?
Right, NBC Three Wishes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And also, there's been, I'm trying to think, wasn't the Today Show another network that did a special?
That was a great one. That happened last November, and one of the dream weavers, that's the person who finds out the dreams in the elder care community, was having a little kind of get-together with some of the residents, and the show brides, whatever, the selecting bride gowns and stuff was on, and as the clip was being played, this elder said, I never got a wedding dress. And the dream weaver, rather than saying, well, wow, that's a shame, she went to Bride Beautiful and talked to them about the possibility of letting this woman select her wedding gown, and they were married right at the start of World War II, so they never got an opportunity to do that. And so she selected a dress. The Today Show came and covered her selecting her dress. Her son walked her down the aisle
Wow,
with
that's great.
flowers and her wedding cake and all of that. And yeah, she was a spitfire too. You can see that on our website.
That's fabulous. And, if she was married right at the start of World War II, we were still in the Depression then.
Right.
People couldn't afford very much.
No.
And that's a great wish to make come true for
But
that
you
lady.
see how you have to pay attention to what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
saying.
absolutely.
I mean, it would have been so easy, and it happens all the
To
time.
just gloss over it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry you didn't get a dress. No, the Dreamweaver
Yeah, we
went
can
the
make it
extra
happen.
mile, and so did it's David's Bridal,
Okay.
who made the dream come true. Yeah.
Can anybody become a dream weaver?
Absolutely.
How would
And
you
we
go
would
about
love
becoming a
that.
dream weaver?
You would go to our website, secondwind.org,
Okay.
and you would hit the tab that says, I want to help, and it will give you an opportunity to sign up as a volunteer. And we have events happening all the time where we would hook you up with the right nursing home and that's close to you, and or assisted living, and we'll teach you how to weave the dreams, and you're
that's,
off and running.
That's everywhere, right? I mean, it's not.
It's
You don't
everywhere.
have to be located in
Oh,
this
no.
geographic area here.
No, we're international, but mainly
Right.
mainly in the United States.
How about if someone just fell in love with the organization like I have and wanted to donate? How would they go about doing that?
Oh, we have that
become
button too.
Or becoming a corporate
That button's
sponsor.
that button's on our website too. The donate now. Interesting thing about going to our website, just in general, is we have what's called the eDreams Network, where you'll be able to see dreams that need funding right now.
Okay.
And the story of the dreamer is there, and if you want to donate $5 or $10, you'll watch the bar go across the screen, and we will then send a check to the elder care community. They'll make the dream come true, and be sure to keep an eye on our Facebook page, because that's the real time of the dreams happening every day.
That is so cool. I'm so glad that we can give your organization some more advertising, as it were, and make people aware. because there's some good things being done out there, folks, and folks like PK just need your help and support to make it continue.
The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Yeah, I want to really thank you very much for coming on the show.
The pleasure's mine, Dennis.
And
Thank
I hope
you
you'll
for
come back
having me.
again sometime.
Oh, I'd be honored.
Okay,
Thank
great.
You.
Don't leave yet.
Don't leave yet.
We're going to fade off into the distance here
Okay.
as Al does his thing.
All right.
There
Fading.
we go. Fading.
It's your job. Come here. Come here. You ask my husband, I say, do something one time, baby. All right, I worked real hard for those. You ain't done nothing.
I do like going to other places where people don't know me and to see them accept me. And I think that comics quite often, and I tell people this, that at some point in their life, they've been hurt. There's hurt there. And they don't want other people to hurt. So their job to them, or what they want to do, is to kind of take care of people, and taking care of them is making them laugh.
I got a lot of girls that I went to school with. No one problem. We graduated a long time ago, like back in '78. But we still look real good, don't we?
Relax. They're going to like you no matter what. If they're there to see you, they like you already. So just...
I like this lady so much from that clip, I had to have her on as my guest. This is Danette Flint, everybody. Danette, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
You tried to get here last month, but you were fighting a fire and a wreck and all kinds of things on the interstate and never did get to come down here.
Yeah, well, it's my fault. The whole thing was all my fault.
Oh, no. You were just a victim of circumstances.
No, I started the whole thing.
You did?
No.
Oh. As you can tell, Danette is a very funny lady, a comedian. Mm-hmm. And I think of me as a sort of comedian. A comedian and a comedian.
We're both comedians.
Yes.
Yes.
We're comic personalities. Oh, wow. Tell me all about your comedic career. How and when did it start and why? And
well, in '97, I went on stage doing comedy theater.
Yeah.
And I'd done that for a while. And about 3 years ago, I told my husband that I'd like to do stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. Well, after he got up off the floor and looked at me, he's like, well, okay, you can. But we're going to do this 100%. Well, it wasn't a hard job for me because I love it. Yeah. There's something about an entertainer, and you know this.
I do.
And, when you get on that stage.
Something happens.
Yes.
The whole personality, you're the entertainer.
That's right.
Yeah, the personality changes.
And to have people like you and to applaud you, there's something about that, and you'll be wired for a couple hours afterwards, and I like that rush of knowing that I've made somebody laugh.
Oh, I love that. I do magic, and I do it, I've been doing it half my life, and I do it, I think, fairly well.
25 years, that's pretty good.
Yeah, half my life, Thank you very much, dear. And I can truly say that I enjoy the comedy, maybe more than doing the magic. Yeah. Because the comedy is so magical.
It is.
Making people laugh in itself is magical. Oh. And you actually change a person's feeling about the day, the moment, etc. They remember it.
Oh, yes.
Tricks come and go, but the laughter remains, And I just have a great time doing it. But enough about me. You get the same
Well, can I tell
rush.
you what happened this morning? I had to go to the doctor again.
Yeah.
Well, so I went into, I had to go to a pain management clinic this morning. That's a trip. Yeah. Oh, my. So they ask you all these questions about how are you going to leave your drugs locked up? And, I was like, oh, my. I think, I'll just settle it if it's that good. And I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Well, they wanted a urine sample. Uh-huh. That's the only time I've ever wished I was a man.
Really?
Oh, yes. It's awful. And there's no doubt that a man created that little cup.
You think so?
Oh, yes. Yeah. And the nurse tells me I need at least 30 to 50 cc's, Uh-huh. First off, I wondered how she thought that I was even going to be able to judge that. I couldn't see it. Well, then, they called for a clean-up after I leave the restroom. It was a total wreck.
Clean up on aisle 9,
yes.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Yes. So I come out and I tell the doctor that this morning. And over in Winder, Georgia, as a matter of fact. Oh, it actually happened.
That's where they have all the unlicensed doctors.
That's why we go there.
I've heard about Winder, Georgia. I've actually
it's over behind the hospital.
Right, yeah. I've done some shows in Winder, Georgia, by the way. I know where that is. Yeah. Well, that was an interesting story. Now, I want you to tell our viewers about your work that you're doing with the different military organizations in your travels.
Well, I had the opportunity to go overseas and entertain our troops, and that was through Comics Ready to Entertain, and went into Kuwait and went into 5 different camps while I was there, and was able to stay at what they called the posh place, Arif John. I've been asked to come back, so they're actually working on funds now to get me back through a private organization there in Kuwait. Yeah, I think it's great. You know, they. Well,
let me ask you a question. Did you entertain any locals while you were in Kuwait? Did any locals see your show, and if so, did they get it?
Did they?
I mean, did they laugh?
I see what you're saying. No, there were American troops.
I know that,
but we didn't have any. No.
Any locals?
No.
Okay.
No, it was hard enough to get my own people to understand.
I just wonder if they have a sense of humor over there in that part of the world.
No, honey, they got too much money to have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't
Some
know.
of them do.
Maybe that's what they need is more of a sense of humor, you know?
Yeah.
Quit being so darn serious about everything.
Well, yeah. You know how much gas is there? This is
20 cents a gallon?
It was, what, 50-something? I was furious, like 53 cents. I was like... And the bathrooms are not clean over there.
Really?
No. No. My security people didn't like it when I told them on the 2-hour ride up to Buring that I needed to go to the restroom. Like, you can't hold it to that? No, because they make you drink water. Well, then they send in security to check out the restrooms.
Yeah.
They were so kind, though. When I came back out...
No bombs.
No. No, I won't even... Well, maybe 1 or 2. Anyway, but the security was so kind. When I came out, there they stood with wet wipes for me to wash off with head to toe, which I felt like I needed to do. Yeah. Wonderful people.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes.
You're going to go to Hawaii, though. I think
hopefully our plan is to go at the end of the year. We're looking at that.
Do you need an opening act?
I do. Yes.
I just know that I'm available.
And the guy I'm working with,
and if I'm not, I can be available.
Well, okay. You sound like the guy that I'm working with, Matt Chastain, to go. His is contingent that his wife go.
Yeah.
Oh, there's not. He didn't make that rule. She did. So,
okay.
But yes. So anyway, I like to entertain an array of people, because I want to see if I can make people laugh. I can go into churches. Churches are easy. They're an easy group. You go into comedy clubs, now those are harder for me, because people come there and they're expecting. They've paid good money for you to make them laugh.
Hey, that reminds me. I'm going to plug somebody right now.
You plug them.
Me.
Well.
You mentioned a comedy club, and that just brought to mind the fact that on the 4th of July, which is only, 3 weeks away, I will be headlining at the Savannah, Georgia Comedy Club down by the riverfront.
Oh, my goodness. So good for you.
And I'm looking forward to that. It should be a fun night. I will get done prior to the fireworks at 9 o'clock. So you won't miss any of the fireworks, folks. But please come to Savannah, and we're going to have a great time. I'm going to do some comedy and magic and work with the audience there in the venue and just have a great time.
Well, let me ask you, do you need an opening act?
Well, maybe next time. I already offered you a job in North Carolina in August, and you couldn't make it.
Yes, that's right.
Well, she was booked up, yeah.
Yeah, no, I told her I was going, whether she liked it or not.
I could see us doing some things together, really.
Yeah.
I think we could play off each other.
Yeah, you would make me disappear. That's what, and my husband would pay him. Come here, Danette.
I met your husband. He's a nice guy.
He is, and he is so cute, isn't he?
Well, I didn't quite look at him in that vein. But
thank goodness.
Well, anyway.
He is he was my high school sweetheart.
Really?
And he and I.
So you've known each other for at least 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
We've been married for 35 years.
Wow, my goodness. Time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How old were you and how old was he when you met?
He and I both were 19.
Wow.
Young.
Yeah.
Too young. I would have killed my kids for doing that.
Wow.
No.
we should talk about first spouses. You don't have any of those, but I do. My first wife was 14 when I met her.
Okay.
I was only 16, so, I wasn't like 37 or 38,
Okay.
You looked at me like,
I was
this guy should be in jail.
get up and go over here and sit with PK for just a minute. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was interesting,
I'm sure it was.
How,
a lot
how
of
things happen.
fun.
Yeah. Yep, she was with her family at the museum on a Sunday, and I met her, and, her father wanted to immediately tackle me, and throw me out of the museum. But that's another story for another time.
I won't even ask what happened for him to want to tackle you. Probably during that time it was the way you looked at his daughter.
Yeah, that was probably correct, yeah. But, I didn't mean to get sidetracked. I gave myself a unabashed plug there for my next show.
Well, I'm glad you did.
But,
in Savannah, no less.
In Savannah, yeah. Now, you did a show recently, which I couldn't make, so I'm looking forward to your next show, which is going to be where and when?
Well, good question. That's hilarious. See, if I don't have
See how I wove that?
I don't have my schedule right in front of me.
Yeah.
I get so confused. I leave next week to go out west, so what I'm hoping to do while I'm there is just kind
Carrollton, Georgia.
Carrollton, Georgia.
Out west.
No. I'm going.
That's west of Atlanta, folks.
Yes, I'm a small town girl.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm going out to Utah, so I'm hoping that I can just find a couple places while I'm there. Because we are going wilderness camping. It's a gift. So
I want you to come back and give me an update about that.
Oh yeah. Nice. I'm going to go fishing with the rattlesnakes and all.
Wonderful.
Oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do is tell my husband I have to go in town to work tonight, every night.
Yeah. Are you actually going to do a show out there?
Well, we're hoping. There's all kinds of places that I can go into out there and just go in and do guest spots. Those are always fun.
And pass the hat.
Yeah. Oh.
You never go hungry.
Yeah, no, please. You can look and tell this old gal don't go hungry many nights. No.
The last time I was in Savannah, I don't know how we got
You're
back to
going to
this.
keep plugging Savannah.
Yeah,
if you guys don't go to Savannah, you're going to miss.
The last time I was there was several years ago, and there were some street magicians, as there is in New Orleans, and that kind of always appealed to me. I always knew I'd never miss a meal because I have a skill, I can entertain somebody. But there was a guy that came by on a big tricycle. I mean, a monster tricycle this high, and he's riding around, and he's all dressed in camouflage. And some guy yelled out, "It ain't working. I could still see you." I thought that was one of the funniest things I ever heard.
It
struck me,
I want you in my audience. You would like my stuff.
Yeah,
easy laugher, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I'm not a heckler. I'm a laugher.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't like hecklers.
I went to the Grand Ole Opry last Saturday night with my daughter. We had a fabulous time, and they were talking about Minnie Pearl. Do you remember her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was a funny
I'm an old
lady.
girl. Keep in mind.
She was the one that always talked about the gossip in Grinder Switch, Tennessee. Small town girl. And she would come on the Opry every Sunday and talk about the different characters in Grinder Switch. You kind of remind me of her. I'm going to have to get you a hat with a little price tag on it. And
please
see
do.
if you'll wear it.
I'll strangle you.
Oh, my goodness. I'm just looked up at the clock. And can you believe almost 28 and a half minutes?
You know what shocks me?
Not that I'm counting.
What shocks me more is that you can tell time. I'm like,
I can. I just got to do this again. This show is not long enough for folks like you and PK. I mean, we got more stuff to talk about.
I sat over there watching PK. My jaw was in my lap going, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't go up after her. I mean...
I'll tell you one thing. I've had some amazing people come on this show in the last year and a half. It's been a great learning experience for me. Yeah. And that's what keeps it fresh. I'm always learning from other people and finding out what they're all about. And, that keeps life interesting.
Well, you did good with having PK tonight.
I did good having both of you.
Oh, yeah. She's... I really enjoy listening to her talk about her work and the passion that she has.
Very meaningful.
Yes. And I agree. If you've got the opportunity to go in and spend time with someone in assisted living or nursing home, do so. there's a lot of comedy there, and they're
There
so
is.
willing to talk to you.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I love it.
There's a wealth of material for you to mine there.
Yeah.
Do you do any assisted living?
I
or
do.
Senior living facilities?
And I was talking earlier with PK about a couple of ladies in a place that I go, Peachtree Village, that I love to go to. There's a couple of ladies who like to fight with each other openly, and they will talk about each other to someone else, so this person can hear them. So I'm going to talk to you about him, so he can hear me, but actually I'm not really, starting the fight. I love it when they do this, because eventually they're just, and it's always over a man. I love it. I've got something to look forward to.
Absolutely. You'll get there. Well, look, we're getting short on time tonight, but we're not short on laughs. We're never short on laughs. Next month, folks, on my show, I've got a very interesting fellow named Gary Caston, who's been on Broadway as a singer and a dancer, and he'll be talking about a play that I will be involved in North Carolina in the end of August. He's part of the cast. It's a variety play, so I think you're going to enjoy Gary. Tonight, we've had a fabulous show with two fabulous ladies. I know you've all enjoyed it, as I have. This will be posted on YouTube here probably by the end of this evening, so all your friends and family can watch you and know that you finally hit the big time.
Oh.
Thanks for coming over.
Thank you, Dennis. I enjoyed it.
All right, fade to black. Let's fade. Let's fade. We're fading away. We're fading away.
I'm going to fall off this stove.